Yorùbá nation, Ògo Adúláwọ̀. Ògo Adúláwọ̀ ní bàjẹ́, kò ní wọ́ mi. Be gold, I stand on my feet gidigba. No going back, àti gbà àti dá dúró. Ẹyẹ pàfilóyìnbó fún wa gbogbo wa láti gbọ́. Má fi búrẹ́dì kó wa lọ́bẹ̀ jẹ ẹ wá tẹ́tí kẹgbọ́. Ìjọba amúnisìn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn òfẹ́ wọn mọ̀. Kí ni wọ́n pè ní Nàìjíríà? Àsí lára wọn mọ̀. Ó sún mi o, ojú mẹ́ta ló ń bímọ. Ojú kan ló jẹ́ gbádùn. Nínú gbogbo ìlú ta ní ìlú Yorùbá ló ládùn. Kí ló wá dé tẹ́lẹ̀ràn wa tó fi jẹ gungun? Nínú eléyìí táwa yìí ọmọ ẹlòmíì máa bínú kú. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà lájọ ẹ̀wò ilé ti yá àti falẹ́tà yẹn ya ìgbéyàwó tipátipá ìpépéjú báyìí ṣe bóun láti bá fìlà. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátá ọmọ aládé ni wá. Mo fẹ́ kí everybody pariwo pé àṣẹrú mọ́. Àṣẹrú mọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè kọ́ máa lè yẹn panu mọ́. Ìjọba amúnisìn nílẹ̀ yìí àwọn òfẹ́ wọn mọ́. Odùduwà alálẹ̀ Lísàbí gbogbo yín lẹ ṣàǹgbọ́. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ kọ́ni síta ìjọba ẹ̀dẹ̀ tún tọ́ sílé. Ọmọ tó yẹ kó wà ní.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Politico, Maiyegun don come, this one not the off in mind. Maiyegun don come, can in the touchlight every corner. Maiyegun don come, okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you loud down, yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin dey the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Aha, now him una don hear oh. All these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want make the common man get wetin him suppose get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show una paper.
Hello there. Good afternoon to you, good morning, or good evening to you from wherever you are watching from, and the time you are watching from as well. Thank you so much for joining me. You must have read the caption of the broadcast. Yes, it is going to be at least an hour-long chat. So if you have the time, relax. And before you even settle down, give me that thumb up under the video, right? Share the video, copy the link, share, and invite others too. Yeah. 2 days ago, I was talking about a man called Issa Patantami. He is the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy in Nigeria. This is a man that has history of his own personal relationship with different terror groups and admiration for so many terrorist organizations all over the world, including Osama bin Laden. He is a man that has his own followers, a man known prominently for preaching a Salafist style of Islam. Salafist, they call them. These are the people. And this is a man who said he personally admires Osama bin Laden. He said they rejoice in his own style of Islam called Salafist. He said they rejoice when unbelievers are killed. This is a person that has a very strong fanatical religious belief, somebody who has a very strong relationship with a different terrorist group all over the world, somebody whose style of Islam was so radical that he got rusticated from an Islamic, from a university in Bauchi. But he ended up in Saudi Arabia, where he got a scholarship to study Salafism better, the one that actually celebrates what the likes of a Shekau. So if you ask yourself, why are the Boko Haram killing Muslims too? Why are they bombing mosques as much as they are killing everyone they can kill? It is because their own style of Islam, in their own context, is completely different and well defined, better than what majority actually practices. Issa Pantami, which we are going to refer to as Issa Pandemic. Issa Pandemic, who was so radical and fanatical that he had a close relationship with the founder of Boko Haram. They couldn't have missed all of that when they were doing the background check on him to make him a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They couldn't have missed all of that. In fact, from the feelers, this is the reason why Issa Pandemic was given the appointment to become a minister under Buhari, another Islamist, another terrorist apologist, Buhari, who was also nominated by the dreaded Boko Haram way back in 2014. They nominated him to be their chief negotiator with Nigeria when they were demanding that they should be paid, they should be given money, they should be paid ransom. But those were not forthcoming until they came to government. They couldn't have missed all of that. So they said all of these things were actually what qualified him as a member of the cabinet of Buhari in Nigeria. It's not far-fetched. They gave him a job that's how to digitally, how to fraudulently bring in those they told us are Fulanis and they are Nigerians. They have said it repeatedly. And this is what puts everyone in danger, that we all have to admit to, okay? What brought us to this level that everybody is now asking that they don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore? Oduduwa Republic, Biafra Republic, where everyone is feeling like we are not safe, since the security agents in Nigeria will never arrest those they told us are invaders from Mali, from Chad, from Niger. Local and international authorities have told us that terrorists invading Nigeria are doing so because Nigeria has become a vital recruiting ground for terrorists. This has brought about unrest, insecurity, a total economic ruin to every part of Nigeria. As much as they destroyed the north, they are destroying the south. So they gave him a job to delegitimize you. Every one of you who is still pretty much claiming to be Nigerian, to delegitimize you and legitimize those they told you were invading. At first, they brought about the idea of Ruga. The idea of Ruga was rejected generally by the Southerners. But this idea is not gone. The policy is still there. In fact, they have already signed it. And in order to make it even better, since you are not going to accept anyone as foreigner or as from a Niger or anywhere, right, to invade or take over your land, what if they become Nigerians and you are no longer a Nigerian? Or your own Nigerianness is going to be put to question whenever you try to challenge another Nigerian simply because you think he's a Nigerian or a Malian or anywhere. So they gave him a portfolio. They went to work, by the way. When they took over power, they went to work. They took over the defense, filled that up. You will never have any power to fight them or fight back. Then they took over the judiciary so that even if you feel violated, when you are still feeling like you are a Nigerian, that you have every right, and there is no Nigerian more Nigerian than any other Nigerian. That fake deceit, that fake belief, when you finally feel like you want to seek redress in court, where you believe that justice should serve, they took over that place. Fill that place up with those they call their yes men and women, right? Then they now cap it all. They put somebody who studied Sharia law to come and oversee the constitution put together by the Sharia merchant in uniform in 1999. Tanko Technicality became the Chief Justice of Nigeria. That wasn't a coincidence. It was deliberate. Tanko Technicality, the Babalawo Ife, plane driver, they put him on there to head and take over the judiciary. You will never get justice, ever. Forget it. Even when you think as a Nigerian, you deserve justice, among other things, right? When you now feel like maybe you should use what is left, the freedom of speech, freedom of association, all of that are now taken away from you. They even went to work to even legalize that, so that what you say is criminalized. You will never be able to express yourselves. You will never be able to question them. Questioning them is considered as a treasonable felony, by the way. So now that puts your citizenship into question. Who is now the citizen? To finalize that, they said, well, we will decide who is a citizen in Nigeria. If you fail to go and register for national identification number, national identity number, brought about by your one and only Isa Pandemic. Isa Pandemic said, for them to fight terrorism, they want to identify who is a Nigerian. And in order to know who is a Nigerian, they also want to know what that Nigerian is doing. What are you doing with your money? Something they've already captured. But the intention is not to identify you. The intention is to question your identity. Once you fail to do their national identity card or national identity number, meanwhile, on the other hand, in Nigeria, their INEC told us that they have registered over 75 million voters. That is one. In Nigeria, they told us that they have a functional bank account running into over 150 million. That is another one. In Nigeria, they have something called BVN, BVN is linked to so many things, including if you want to get a driver license, if you want to get a voter's card, if you want to get a national identity card. All these are biometric verification number that once you have your bio, you can't open a bank account in Nigeria. Well, you as a legitimate Nigerian, because the criminals can open more than 100 bank accounts using different names, but without any BVN, any biometric or anything, right? They have all this data there, but they don't need them. They need something bigger, something that will give them more access into that resources that is already dwindling, already collapsing, right? The national resources. They are not even having any good intention as well. The intention of the national identity or national identification number that is causing serious problem, right, is for them to let those people you called Nigerians, those people you called Malians, those they called bandits, those they called the terror. You saw this Boko Haram, all of them, all these ones with their cows in Enugu, their cows in Abakaliki, their cows in Oyo, their cows in Abeokuta, all these things with all these guys everywhere, that you are questioning their reason for why they are there. The reason why everybody is saying no to all this invasion, no to all this enslavement. They want to give them identity while they take yours away. You may call this conspiracy theory. You have no idea, and I will make you understand. When you look at those who really take serious all identification, those people who really want to be identified, they want to get a voter's card, they want to get a driver's license, they want to get the passport, your international passport, they want to get everything legally. When you look at them, majority of them, they are Southerners. You are those who wants to, there are the average Northerner, this is not a joke, average Northerner doesn't believe in driver license. When you are going for your voter's card, as much as all of you are doing everything because you know what it means, yeah? Since you know what that means, if you put your identity, if you put your face there, if they take your biometric and all, you know what it means, right? But in the North, when they register underage voters, all of them that you have seen in the videos, not just register to vote, their names, their identity are supposed to be in the data of INEC. Normally, if they have a working system, the system would have, deleted all those illegal details. But you know why their system allows it? It is simply because there is no system at all. Now, what they are doing right now is that while you have those ones, because when you register to vote, when you are queuing up to get your voter's card, or you are looking for your name, or you find your name in a different place, in a different state, and all of that, to them, that doesn't really matter. When they want to give what they call their 5,000 naira to the poor people, when they told you they are giving 5,000 naira to poor people, and you are saying, "Towu, na lie," of course, when they tell you, when you can't trace the number, they know how to trace the numbers. And when they give this identity to them, yours is taken away. How? Now, if you don't have it, you can't have a SIM card. If you don't have a national identity number, you can never buy a SIM card in Nigeria and use a SIM card in Nigeria. But terrorists are buying SIM cards. They are using SIM cards. They are registering the SIM cards. Nobody can trace them. Nobody can trace any of the calls. Terrorists are uploading videos. They are using different IP addresses that the system in Nigeria cannot trace. But if you write anything about Buhari, if you say anything about any of them in government, their DSS will trace you within a day. Why is that? Now, they want you to register it because they just want you to, it's just like making a formality to further identify you. But they will never identify the terrorist. Why they are doing that? They are already destroying everything that has to do with the economy in Nigeria, including the southern economy. What is the economy of the north as we speak right now? Shouldn't they be agriculture? Shouldn't they be growing food? Shouldn't they be also educating their own people? Shouldn't that be the whole thing about them? But that economy, which is the mainstay, food, agriculture, that has been destroyed beyond any imagination, and you know it. And that is why when they shut down the border in southern Nigeria, when they said they want to encourage farmers, Boko Haram continue to kill farmers, continue to behead them. Abi, for a whole year, they shut down the southern border. Shouldn't that have helped the local farmers in Nigeria to grow food? Shouldn't food in Nigeria have become so cheap? Now, the inflation report came out yesterday. They said food inflation in Nigeria, well, in their own data, unreliable data, they said food inflation in Nigeria is now 18.72%. That is not true. How can you say food inflation in Nigeria is 18% increase when a bag of rice that was sold for 7,500 naira per bag in 2015 is now being sold for 30,000 naira, 35,000 naira, 25,000 naira. Depends on the quality you are looking for. The foreign rice they said they are shutting down is still the food that many are still eating right now. How come they are shutting down the border did not help the local farmers? You know why? Because the terrorists continue to destroy the farms. They continue to chase the farmers away. Farmers are refugees everywhere, those who are not dead. Now, ask yourself, how come they are unable to trace them? When you meet so many of these terrorists that have been apprehended in so many parts of the southern Nigeria, so many of them that have been apprehended, some of them have identities, ID card, national ID card that some of you are struggling to get today. They have it. Many of them have been caught with direct phone number to senior police officers in so many areas that they have been caught. This have been documented. How come that it is easier for the DSS in Nigeria, it is easier for the police in Nigeria to track down every critic of government, everyone writing about Buhari, every person speaking about Buhari in Nigeria, wherever you are, even if you are using a fake ID, even if you are using a fake account, they will trace you down. They will track you down within a day or two. They will declare you missing. How come that is easy? Nigeria DSS, they acquired an equipment that allows them to what? To spy on you. They acquired this equipment way back in 2017, right? Now they have this equipment to jam your phone, jam your line, right? Whoever you are speaking to, local or international. And I'm actually going to encourage you, if you are speaking to anybody from outside Nigeria and you are really involved and you don't really want to be known that you are involved, there are people who are involved in chasing these criminals, exposing them every now and then in Nigeria, okay? So, and they are doing it publicly. They are not hiding. But if you are one of those who are doing a lot of job, because most people who really do most of this advocacy, most people who do this awareness, you don't know them, you don't see them, right? I'm saying this to some of you. It is better to communicate via WhatsApp calls, WhatsApp text, because it's end-to-end encryption. This is safer than any other means. Now, Nigeria DSS can track you wherever you are, but they cannot track those who are committing crimes, those who are ruining the economy, because it is deliberate. ISA pandemic is doing its own part in ensuring that everyone is tamed. If you go to any country in the world for the first time, even if it's not your first time, if you go to any country in the world, real countries, the first thing that you will first buy after immigration, you know what it is? It's a SIM card. You don't need any ID. You don't need anything at all. You know why? because every SIM card in every country is already in the data. If the security system in that country, if the security agents in that country, if they suspect any crime to any SIM card, they know how to trace it because they have equipment to trace it. Yes, they call these SIM cards burner phone, but they can still trace it. That is why if you are using any SIM card in any country that is not registered, when you finish using it, you have to break it and bin it. And the phone you use with the SIM card, you have to throw it away. Where you may think what you see in the movies is not true. But you know why? It is easier for you to, the first thing you will buy when you enter any country is the SIM card. It's because you need to communicate either with people where you are coming from, or the people you are meeting where you are going to, or at least your means of accessing internet. All these are made easy. It also helps the security forces. After knowing that you have entered their country, they also probably would know what you are doing in their country when they have the equipment to do that. In Nigeria security agents, Nigeria government, they invested a lot of money in acquiring spy gadgets to spy on their own citizens. Who questions them about their security strategies in combating insecurity in that country? So instead of the government to, spy on all of us, social media allows you to spy on all of us. That is why I laugh when some people say, I hate it, don't try to invade my privacy. Do you know how much of your information you gave out there the moment you sign up for this social media of a thing? Do you know? And do you really know whose hand those information are ending up in? Social media exposes all of us. Yes, you can control what you share. Yes, you can. But when they are interested in you, maybe you get social media handle. Even if you use a fake name, is your social media handle no get location? Even if you use a fake IP, you must be involved in a lot of crime, a lot of cover-up, to really, really want to cover up a lot. That is why when you see rebel radios, when you see rebel radios, radio broadcasting that don't want the government to know where they are, they cover up a lot of their tracks. But social media doesn't give you that privilege. You already gave all that information out. We are already in the open. People can pick up my video, set up any account, commit any crime. It will take the professionalism of the security agent to know if I committed a crime or somebody did, right? But in Nigeria, terrorists are shielded. Citizens are spied on. They are jamming phones, doing all of that. The bottom line is, if you have been worried, why is it so difficult for Nigeria to battle or end at least terrorism? Why? Don't ask for too much. The reason is because the government is the terrorist and they have the resources to protect the terrorists and to make sure that they spy more on the citizens. Have you ever seen anywhere in the world where government agents are defending terrorists in public by their utterances, pleading on behalf of terrorists, then turn around and blame their own citizens for fighting back the insecurity? Have you ever seen anywhere in the world? It is only in Nigeria, and they are not hiding it. Everyone is very careful, including those who are from the part where this terrorism is now enveloping and swallowing. They are now all pretending because they are all involved. Is it hard to know?
The government of Buhari, when they came in 2015, they had no plan to end terrorism. Their plan is to take over everywhere that all of you who claim to be citizens would likely want institutions where you think they should stand up and defend Nigeria and you, Nigerians, institutions. They took over those institutions. They took over the defense, the police, the DSS. They took over the National Defense Intelligence Agency, National Intelligence Agency. They took over everywhere. They took over the judiciary. They took over the, what do you call it? Took over everywhere. Then they now unleashed true terror. Instead of ending terrorism, right? They escalated it. Their blueprint was capture and release. Capture and release. And what is capture and release? They had no plan of ending terrorism. They came in to enable it. The military that will be suffering serious casualties from this terrorism, their soldiers are going to be killed. And their soldiers are being killed. This same military, instead of them to have any plan of ending this, their ultimate plan was called Operation Safe Corridor. Operation Safe Corridor. The soldiers who go out there to fight the terrorists, those ones, they go under the name of Operation Lafia Dole. Lafia Dole. Lafia Dole means peace by all means. Peace by all means. But behind them comes Operation Safe Corridor. Operation Safe Corridor. Catch and release. And for the past 6 years, after more than 10 million people have become refugees, locally and internationally, after more than 50,000 people killed, after more than 6,000 terrorists released in the name of rehabilitation, here we are. People want to break up from Nigeria. They came with policy like no policy to end terrorism, no legislation to end terrorism. They were busy making laws on hijab. They were busy making laws on hate speech. They were busy making laws on social media bill. These were laws to gag their own citizens from asking questions. Did you understand? And all these laws, none of them is geared towards punishing terrorists. None of them. They even have a bill for repentant terrorists, repentant bandits to go abroad for education. Can you believe that joke? It is deliberate. It is not coincident. Yes, they may act like they are inefficient, right? Incompetent, but it is deliberate. When they make laws, they come for their own citizens. Who are these their citizens? The innocent people claiming to be Nigerians, one Nigerians. But when you look at those who are supposed to keep you as one Nigerians, their motive, their own antecedents, their actions, they are doing it in plain sight. They are not hiding it. And the longer you think this may fade away, it won't. And that is where people like myself come in. We know about the consequences. When we point out these people, Let me give you other instances. When we point them out, and you say, well, so what are you going to do? Nothing. We know there may be nothing we can do to change them. But there is a lot we can do to stop them into keeping us in their bloody jihad. It is a jihad. Do you understand? Salafists, extremists, people who don't really love that Nigeria. Look at them. The judiciary are supposed to be pretty much in serious rage right now with the level of human rights abuses recorded by this criminal regime in Nigeria. The judiciary should be enraged. Why are they not enraged? Because they can't. They can't. Look at the 120,000 old Nigerian army. 120,000 human beings in Nigerian army. They can see this. They have this. They have best marksmen. They have best shooters. They have best snipers. They have best intelligence gatherers. They have people who were trained. They were trained for things like this, to stop things like this from happening. Are you telling me that all of them have also been trapped, which I believe they have, since the people who control and give the command would rather kill you if you disobey them, what they told you to stop killing terrorists. They killed Titilope Arotile, that flight, lieutenant. They killed that young lady. They said she's been killing too much Boko Haram. They have also killed not just the Southerners who have shown exemplary fight in the fight against terrorism. But when they fight, they kill them. All of these are part of the cover-up, because the people in charge of the Nigerian security and defense, they are the people who are terrorist enablers. Then they gave them the control over the technology they have no clue about. They gave a sheikh who once told the whole world, his own followers, that why should he go and take government appointment? A Salafist who said Osama bin Laden is a better Muslim than him. That Osama bin Laden is a better Muslim than him. Imagine. Now, that means Shekau is even a saint to what they said Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda were capable of. Imagine an Al-Qaeda inspired sheikh in charge of your digital economy. Where is that digital economy? The digital economy that is now killing the fintechs, killing all the tech industry, all of you into crypto. They are now calling you Yahoo boys. Do you know why? Because a sheikh, a Salafist sheikh, is in charge of your digital economy. Do you understand now? Somebody who wants to his followers this.
talakawa yadda ake addini haka muke so talakawa yadda masu addini suke shiga siyasa ana ba su matsayi haka kuke so a yi addini haka kuke so a ba masu addini kudin siyasa suna rabawa haka kuke so a rika ba masu addini su daina karantar da Qur'ani.
That's from the People's Gazette. He's a cruising guy now. Baba don't get money. Sheikh don't get money now. Because he's now doing the job. It's like when this, what do they call them again in Afghanistan? Talibans. You remember when Talibans were in government, they had access to money. You now have Boko Haram in government. This is a guy that bought, well, he built 2 mansions for his 2 wives in Abuja, and he opened them just last year, 2020. That Sheikh, Professor Sheikh, that is helping Buhari digital economy, right? Who told his followers that why would Sheikh, Islamic Sheikh, join politics? They will not be able to read Quran. What is all of that? Blah, 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 blah. Today, they are now telling us that we are saying all of this because he is doing something great for Nigeria. That's what is Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the Buhari Danes and the Buhari idiots of all this world, That's what they are saying. They said, oh, they are trying to criticize him. No, we are trying to save your life. You have no idea. You have no idea who you are dealing with. You are dealing with terrorists that are not going to stop until they are stopped. They won't stop. And you see that your brother, they are telling you to turn to enemy too because he's asking for the Dua Republic. You will finally have to embrace him. You will have to at the end of the day, right? Because you see, the terrorists in government, they have everything to do whatever they like. But you just have to let them know that they don't have everything to stop you from stopping them. So we are only trying to save your life. It's not because we don't like him. If they love you so much, especially if you are from Borno, if you are from Zamfara, if you are from Yobe, Adamawa, Niger, if you are from Sokoto, if you are from Kaduna, if you are from all these places where your people are already in bondages, they are in different terrorist, captivities, abandoned, forgotten, your lives turned upside down. They turned your land to Iraq. Unless if you are comfortable with that. These are the criminals behind it. And I will continue to say it anywhere, every time. And with more information, you are going to also believe it is just a matter of time. Do you understand? Do you? Let me have a musical break.